Hey, welcome to the podcast. So, this is not going to be one of my normal episodes. No, instead, this is where I am going to address some of the most frequently asked questions that I get. Some of the questions that I get, I'm focusing the questions in this one particular area relative to what is the seeker's method. I get this all the time. And I know that it's clear to me, but it might not be clear to you. So I'd like to help you out with that. But I get asked all the time, what is the seeker's method? How is that for weight loss? And who are you? What is a Christian life coach, and what qualifies a Christian life coach, not only to be a Christian life coach, but also to be a weight loss life coach, right? So I want to just kind of meet you where you are if any of these things are your questions. The first thing is, okay, so who am I? My name is Sherrie Kapala, and I am a 48-year-old who finally lost the weight. But I'm here to tell you that even while I was going through my life coaching certification process, I was studying with Tony Robbins. He has an online life coaching certification program called Robbins Madonnas, and that's where you can go to become certified as a life coach. But while I was studying, I couldn't apply the life coaching practices to myself in order to lose weight. Like, it just wouldn't happen. And then, I should say it wouldn't happen until God. And girl, that's where everything changed. That is when I decided to start stepping into this life coaching thing and started taking notes on what I was hearing from God and how He was telling me to seek Him instead of a gym and to seek Him instead of a number on the scale. And that is when I decided to start attending the Christian Life Coaching Institute. And that is where I learned all of the real tools for my Christian life coaching practice. But the real experience and qualifications came from my failures. I mean, you might relate to this, but it came from my failures because I had all of the information, but I had none of the transformation. Can you relate to that? All of that until God, and it's so true. And that's when I knew that I was to study and become a certified Christian life coach for weight loss. It's from my own journey of seeking God versus the number on the scale that I learned what it is that I teach now inside of the Seeker's Method. So I don't necessarily teach women how to lose weight as much as I really teach them obedience, because I now know that any weight loss program will work. It's all going to work. You just need the tools to plug the weight loss program into your life. And that's what the Seeker's Method is. It's a 90-day program led by me, a Christian life coach, where I teach you how to stop quitting on yourself, how to go deeper with God so that you can become who you were meant to be this entire time, instead of just arriving at skinny and having only, a story of how you lost the weight or having only a smaller pant size to show for your life. In the Seeker's Method, I teach you all of the fundamentals of what I now call Christian weight loss. And when you're in the Seeker's Method, learning all of these fundamentals, daily I teach you how to transform your mind as I show you how to apply God's Word to even your weight loss journey. Every single Sunday I go, and you know what? This is not a program that you sign up for, you invest in your future for, and you never see or hear from me. I am on this journey with you. Every single 90 days I open the doors, and I focus exclusively on my clients for those 90 days. I don't go out and market. I don't accept new clients. It's a 90 days. The enrollment's open. I take on new clients. Enrollment is closed. So I'm on this journey with you. And every Sunday I do a live coaching in the community, and it's called the Sunday Seeker Sesh. Now, just to kind of paint a picture for you of this, what happens when you enroll, there's 3 different levels of enrollment. When you enroll at whatever level you enroll at, you get access to the private Facebook community. in addition to the private Facebook community, you also get access to the app. And the app you can find even right now before you enroll. You can install my app. You go to the App Store or wherever you install apps from on your phone, and you just search for Sherrie Kapala, and it'll come up with the app. And anyhow, you get the app, you get the free Facebook group, and then inside of that you get a real community of women in that group, which is powerful. But depending on the level of your sign up or of your enrollment, you also get access to an academy. And the academy is where transformation happens. It's where I show you exactly how God helped me to change my thinking, how to stop my stories about food and sabotage and all of the things that I was doing. It's where I step you through from just having information to actually having transformation. So anyhow, every Sunday though, in the private Facebook community, I do a live coaching called the Sunday Seeker Sesh. Now if you're interested in sampling that, I have free samples on my YouTube channel. Just look me up, just search for Sherrie Kapala on YouTube, you'll find me. And you might find some of my content as called Sunday Seeker Sesh. And that's where you can sample what it's like to be coached by a Christian life coach to weight loss. You'll see just a sampling of the kind of things you can expect inside of the private Facebook community. Now, the Seeker's Method is not a diet, okay? It is just simply not a diet. Now, when you're in the Seeker's Method, I do recommend a few different meal plans, but I let you decide on them because this isn't about you following some special protocol that I say you have to follow as much as it is me giving you the tools to plug in your chosen meal plan. Now, I do recommend, like I mentioned, a few meal plans, and I recommend a few of these because I know for women of a certain age, in order to lose weight, it is more than just about calories in, calories out. It's also about hormone alignment, and that's the main thing that nobody's talking about or teaching us about. Anyhow, inside of the Seeker's Method, I let you decide on your meal plan. And so what else do I want to say about it? Okay, so the Seeker's Method is a method where I show you how to become your own weight loss coach so you can be led in the Spirit to start getting out of your own way and to get out of your own weight loss prison that you might find yourself stuck in. Now, in the Seeker's Method, there are 3 phases. I show you how to slowly step on into these 3 phases, onto these 3 phases, if you will, so that you can start leaning into your meal plan slowly. And I give you the actual the actual tools to do that. And I show you how to, in the second phase, I show you how to start timing your meals, because in timing your meals, you start to regulate your hormones. And then in the last phase of the program, not only is it a powerful force with regard to the daily scripture content, but in the last phase, I teach you how to do something I call the burn and brew, and that's a daily 4-minute exercise. Now, the emphasis of the Seeker's Method is to teach you how to stop quitting. It's to teach you how to stop sabotaging and how to stop trusting what you feel in your flesh, and how to just know that we can switch it so that you can be led in the Spirit. And so I teach you how to do that, how to stop the quitting, how to stop the sabotaging, how to stop trusting your feelings, even in weight loss. It comes with a weight loss, like I mentioned briefly, a community of women who are on the same journey with you. We're all in it together to seek God and not a number on the scale. And I step you through, when we're going through this, I step you through the holidays as they happen, like what to do on Valentine's Day when all the candy is happening, what to do when it's Easter, what to do, when there's a big cookout or a birthday party and all of the things. I step you through them because I'm on the journey with you. And I've even compiled and still compile a robust library of all kinds of different recipes that are holiday specific to help you focus your goals according to the forthcoming holidays as they unfold on the journey. Inside of the Seeker's Method, like I mentioned, there are workshops that you'll have access to at any level of enrollment. There are workshops on all of the things like planning and prepping and temptation and how to start thinking differently. and even what to do when you step into a situation where you inadvertently eat all the wrong things. That happens. Like suddenly you accidentally eat all the lasagna, right? Or you eat all the birthday cake. I even give you the tools to undo that. And because I think it's important to undo it. I think it's important to understand how to step out of the dieter's trap of, oh no, I ate all the lasagna. See, this meal plan isn't working either. This diet isn't working out either. I teach you how to just go deeper in your faith to understand how to get out of that. So you don't have to wait till Monday. So you don't have to wait for the next diet program to come along for you to be able to finally find the magic meal plan to help you lose weight. No, I give you the tools to step out of what I like to call a food accident. So again, it's a 90-day program. It's a 90-day life transformation, if you want to know the truth, that's going to teach you how to stop conforming to the patterns of the world, that the patterns that put you in your fat pants, quite honestly, as how to stop conforming to the patterns of this world that put you in those fat pants as you renew your mind about food and about God, and as you transform your body along the way. So if you're interested, you can find out more information about the Seeker's Method, more information about enrollment. Enrollment is only open a couple of times of the year. You can find out more if you go to my website, theseekersmethod.com, or you can go to sherriekapala.com. Now, I want to let you know about some freebies that I offer. So what I offer on my website, and even just on social media, is I like to let you sample the program. I mean, do you ever buy a car without taking it for a test drive? I mean, probably not, right? At least not in the way that we used to do it in the olden days. So I like to let you sample what it's like to be coached by a Christian life coach through to your weight loss success. And I do that through something called the Seeker's Method Experience. And the Seeker's Method Experience is always 1 week before we start the Seeker's Method. So if we're starting the Seeker's Method on the 7th of the month, the Seeker's Method starts on the 7th. That means that on the 1st, I'm offering the Seeker's Method Experience. And that's where I take you through 1 whole week of, sampling what it's like to have the daily content and the daily scriptures that come in that challenge your thinking and help you to see how you've conformed to the patterns of this world by thinking certain things about food, about planning, about prepping, about how you can't do certain things. And I just kind of help you to get out of your own way. And then on the 7th day, don't tell anybody this, but on the 7th day is when I hand out all of the discounts for those women who successfully did the Seeker's Method Experience and who actually want to join me in the next enrollment of the Seeker's Method. So that's kind of a freemium that I offer, the Seeker's Method Experience. Now, you don't have to wait until open enrollment to experience the Seeker's Method Experience for yourself. What I mean by that is I also have, and reach out to me if you need it, or it'll be here in the show notes to this episode. If you're interested in doing the Seeker's Method Experience on your own, I even have a way that you can get it just by going to my website, and it'll put you in the private free experience Facebook group, and you'll be able to receive and watch the content on your own. So if enrollment is only open in January and April and September, you could do the TSM EXP on your own in the middle of June, in the middle of December. You decide. But I think you get what I'm saying. So the Seeker's Method Experience is always something that comes first, that I guide you through, or you can do it on your own. So it's totally up to you. Now, I can tell you some of the other things that I offer. Obviously, I have a podcast. You may not know, I also have a YouTube channel where I put a lot of hideous videos of myself recording the podcast. I put a lot of my content up there, really just as I feel led and guided to do. The other thing I offer is, I'm currently working on this right now, but it is it's where I've taken the Seeker's Method, and I've applied it to the woman who isn't on Facebook, who doesn't like social media, who wants to have the Seeker's Method maybe in a podcast form. So the Seeker's Method is being put into a daily dripped podcast. And what that would mean, it is not out yet, so stay tuned, is that you would get all of the daily content sent to you via a link in your email. It'd be nice if I could do it via text, but I haven't gotten that technology yet. You'll get a link in your email every single morning that says, this is the daily focus. This is what you're focused on with your meal plan. This is the thinking that you need to unravel and undo that has conformed you to the patterns of this world that got you stuck in your fat pants. And this is how on a daily basis, I give you the daily devotional basically in a podcast, so that you can just listen to it. And this is really for the on-the-go woman who doesn't have time. She wants to spend time every single morning in God's Word, but quite honestly, she doesn't have the capacity to sit down in her office for an hour every morning seeking God instead of a number on the scale like I do, or like the women in the Seeker's Method do. And so that is a forthcoming initiative. And I planned on having it out already, but hello, COVID. Hello, schooling my children remotely. Hello, no time to do any of the things. So there you go. I hope that gives you a little bit of an introduction of who I am and how I'm a Christian life coach for weight loss, and what qualifies me and what the Seeker's Method is. And again, I would encourage you, go to my website, theseekersmethod.com or sherriekapala.com. Take a look at the area of the website that says, the Seeker's Method, and you'll find all of the information there. There's 3 little videos where I outline the 3 different points of enrollment, like what you get with each of them. Something else to tell you. When you're in the Seeker's Method and you have successfully done one round, and I see that you are just motivated, if that's you and you've gone through the Seeker's Method, then I extend an invitation to you to my private group coaching called The Thinner Circle. And the Thinner Circle is where bi-weekly we meet and we work on your goals. And I teach you deeper levels of new things and just really help you with perseverance and endurance and accountability as you step through your own weight loss journey on this narrow path of seeking God instead of a number on the scale. All right. Hopefully that answers your questions. If you have any questions, you know what? Send me an email. You can find me at coachkapala@gmail.com. Have a good day.